On tonight's episode, I have an interesting young woman. I have been following her for quite a while. Many are proud, literally proud about her. Her name is Joy. She is the CEO for CJ Home Solutions, and she started off when she was still at campus. Joy, you're welcome to this episode. I am totally glad. We've been asking ourselves over and over again, how did this journey start? How did you start it? Was it because of a need? Was it because there was something around? Was it because you had done it before? What happened? How did it start? Because you've grown and you keep growing.
Okay, first of all, thank you for hosting me. It's an honor. Yeah, as she said, my name is Christine Joy Turamhawe, and I'm the CEO of CJ Home Solutions. I started CJ Home Solutions partly because of a need, also partly because I'm passionate about cleaning.
In other words, you're a cleaning person.
Yeah, I'm a cleaning person.
Perfectionist, you love your spaces clean.
Yes, and so I had a full-time job before the cleaning services. I was working at a reception of a music school.
Really?
Yes, in Chiwatule. So when I left the job, I was really bored and I wasn't making any money. And you know, when you're at university, your parents, yes, could give you upkeep, but they're not going to buy for you the luxury parts of university that you need. Maybe new clothes, they'll be like, but you took a whole suitcase of clothes.
You just took clothes recently.
Yeah, so I needed that extra income to give myself the things that I really desire and want at campus. So yeah, after leaving my former job, I was serving in church, and we were doing like cleaning before the services. And one day it just hit me like, okay, I'm doing this for free, but I can actually do it for money in people's homes. So yeah, I decided to go to Twitter. I was cleaning a generator, the church generator. So a friend of mine took a picture of me and I posted, and I told people that, okay, I do this. I love to clean. I clean people's homes for money. I don't know if it was a lie or manifestation, but yes, I did that. I practically prophesied it into my life. So I said I clean people's homes and machinery for money. So like connect me to your parents, you know, your friends.
Really?
Yeah, I think something like that.
Really?
Yeah, and it went viral. Like this is an amazing idea. I'm going to support you, something like that. So I got my first 3 clients
Just like that?
Just like that. So I didn't know what to do, but of course I knew, okay, I have to go to their homes, do a very amazing job, you know, so that they can refer me to their friends. Now, I gave the first one a quotation. They wanted laundry services, so I told them 15,000.
But you were like an evening student, yeah?
So I was doing classes from 1:30 to 5:30 at MOOPS, and I was now planning on doing this as a weekend job. Saturday and Sunday, I had no classes. Okay. So I was practically telling them, okay, Saturday I can come through, Sunday I can come through. So the first client, I told him 15,000 for laundry. He said it was too much. I was so heartbroken.
How much? I mean, like, did you get into it when you were expecting, like, it's going to be 5,000, 10, 20, 30? Did you have, like, a ceiling or something like that?
Well, so now I was factoring in transport. Maybe I'm going to use a board at his home and a border back. So maybe that's 2,525, so 5K, so 10K was basically my profit, what I saw as my profit.
And
so
how much did you quote? How much did you tell him?
No, he just said it was expensive. So I didn't want to negotiate with him because I felt that is the least I could go. So I told him, unfortunately, 15 is the best I can do. Yeah. So he said, okay, maybe next time. I felt so bad. But I said I will concentrate on the second client. So the second client paid 30,000 for a 1-bedroom house.
Really?
Yeah, so he was staying in Bukoto. I went to his place. I cleaned. I told him the products to buy. He bought them. I cleaned the house. He paid my 30,000. I was so excited.
That was the very first.
That was the very first money. I was so happy. It felt so good. I was honestly actually tired because with the way you clean your home, you can just quit anytime and say, okay, I'll do this tomorrow. But when you're cleaning someone's home, you have to clean every single thing. Bathroom, walls, windows, you're moving everything. I'm working alone. He wasn't even around. I was moving the beds. I was moving everything by myself, so it was very hectic.
What did you do with that money?
I don't remember. I honestly don't remember.
All you remember is that
once he paid me, I didn't even feel tired anymore. I just...
It actually gave you like encouragement.
It was a very good encouragement. So it was a Saturday, and Sunday I got a second client who I also charged 30,000, and I went and cleaned his home. Now for him, he picked me. He picked me. He took me to his home. I cleaned, and then he dropped me back to hostel. So I didn't even spend any transport.
Weren't you worried about different sexual molestations?
Now I really was, but it was either I go or I sit on my idea.
What measures did you put in place?
At that point, I did not. I just prayed that I'll be fine. I did not put any measures in place at that point. So I just trusted that I'm going to be okay. And I hadn't even told my parents. I couldn't like maybe send them a location pin and say maybe I'm here. So I hadn't really told anyone. It was just something I posted on social media, and now it was beginning to look like something I can do, and I was taking the risks. So it is a risk I took. I went to his place and prayed that I'll be fine. And I was fine.
Were these like students with you, or someone not even students?
All of them were not students. They were probably graduated people with different jobs.
I didn't ask, scared or tell someone? Anyone?
No, for my first two clients, I did not tell anyone.
Or remind yourself about any karate skills or anything like that?
Definitely, you think about it at the back of your mind. Yes. But I did not take any safety precautions at that point. I just prayed that I would be fine. Also, I'm a fearless person, so really I was hoping that I'll be protected. Yeah, so anyway, I went and I worked, and it was successful. He dropped me back to hostel, so that was my first 60,000 for the first weekend. And they said, okay, you did an amazing job. I want this to be a weekly thing. Wow. So now every Saturday, Sunday, I had those 2 gigs that I used to go and do, and I would secure my 60K, and I was very happy.
Yes.
So now I got my 3rd job, and it was hectic. It was a 2-bedroom house. Now I had upgraded to a 2-bedroom house. They had children. The place was, messy. You know how children are. Yes. It was really messy.
And you were still going solo? I was
still going solo. Now, unfortunately, something actually cut me in like the first 10 minutes of work. But
no. You had no gloves?
No, I did not.
It was just basically a rag.
It was nothing.
It was basically a rag, a bucket.
Yeah.
Right?
Which the clients were actually providing.
So what you just went?
I was providing labor. Yes, I was providing labor and time. So it cut me, and now that's now like the learning process. Yeah. You get to realize, okay, I should have had gloves. So it cut me, but I had to persevere and work and finish. I cleaned the house from 11 in the morning to 7:30 in the evening. Yeah.
Repeat that?
Yeah, from 11 a.m. to 7:30 in the evening, I was cleaning. But they paid me, 11 in the morning.
Did you even have your back intact? Did you?
No, I was honestly really tired.
We clean our own houses, and it's hectic. And this is, it's not something you can drop, you know?
Yeah.
And just opt out and just say, you know what?
Yeah.
You have to finish.
It was hectic, but usually, I don't know, the payment was really the motivation for me. When I would see the money on my account, there's that refreshing feeling of, it is finished, like it's done. Okay, I'm done for the day. So
how much did they pay you then?
60,000. Wow. That was the biggest. that was the bag. Yeah.
You just would feel.
Yeah, it would feel good. So yeah, that was my 3rd bag.
Joy, let's talk about this. Let's get into the nitty-gritties. Okay? You're a beautiful young woman. You're in moves. Cars come and go. Chicken flies like everything. Everyone knows these things. Okay?
Yeah.
Everyone knows these things. There's that central location. Why didn't you go the easy route? Because it was all there.
Okay.
Why would you go for something that's going to make you work from 11 up to 5? Why?
Well,
it just wasn't you. It wasn't.
I don't want to say it wasn't me, but I've been working from a young age, because now my first job, I got it from my S4 back. So all my life, I've kind of provided for myself not the basic needs. The basic needs my parents come through, but there are those things that I want. If I needed a phone, I have always bought it for myself. If I needed a new dress and my mom wasn't going to give it to me, I've always bought it for myself. So I think I don't know how to ask for money, and I don't know how to depend on people. So I think that was a motivation, because now I know that I don't know how to ask for money, so I have to make it for myself. That was honestly really my motivation. Yeah, so when I quit my job, I knew I had to get something quickly, and that is where I ended up. And I'm glad I did. Yeah, I really
do you remember any particular moment in your life? Because, you know, I kept wondering, this is a very young girl. Young, by that time, weren't you like 18?
20, yeah, 2021,
And you are surrounded by people who are having fun in the middle of one of the happening places. Yes? Literally, you're surrounded by luxury, you're surrounded by all these beautiful things.
Yeah.
It's quite a challenge to many. Not only just you, yes, all the others, but so many other young girls. Yes? So there must be something unique that actually made you stand your ground and say, you know what, let me not even focus on the easy way out. Do you think this is the number one thing? Maybe there's so many girls that come in that have a different vision, and then they are consumed by all these different things, the luxuries they find, the money, the clothes, all those different things that you saw, and then they just quit on that dream. Do you think it happens?
I do think it happens, and it's very tempting. I mean, someone is offering you a car, a free car. Someone is offering you an iPhone 12, and you've always wanted it. So why are you saying no? And then you have to go and work for 7 months
before getting that money.
Yet you could just get it from the person. So I think at the end of the day, it's really tempting, but
there must be something different.
You have to make the hard decision really and say, okay, I can do this for myself. It might take a longer time, but I can actually achieve it by myself.
During that time when you were having that 11 to 5 marathon, did you stop and think and even catch yourself? Did you stop and think to yourself and say, you know what, is this worth it?
No. Of course, there are points in business where I felt that way, but not that moment.
Not that moment.
Yeah, within those moments, it was a startup. I was excited. I had always worked for people, and now I was working for myself.
For yourself, this is your
I was really excited. There's no way I was going to give up on it. Yes. There's really honestly no point that I felt, okay, I'm going to quit this. Though, at that point, that 2-bedroom house, I realized I needed help. Yes, I realized I needed help, but I didn't know who to bring in. I actually brought in a friend of mine, and I was supposed to send her to a client, and she disappointed me. Like, she had said, oh, this is a good idea, I can work with you. And I told her, okay, we have this client. I think that was my 4th client. We have this client. She stays here, and she needs cleaning. This is how big the place is. I'm going to be paying this amount. She said she would go, and in the morning I called her. She said she couldn't make it.
Did you have a backup plan?
No, I had to postpone the client to a day where I was available. I told her, I'm sorry, I can't make it today, but can I give you maybe Friday? She said it was okay.
That was also a learning.
Yeah, it was a learning, yes. So I think it's better to learn from experience. Yeah. Okay, you can also learn from people, but people learn from experience. Most of the things I know now, I've learned the hard way, yeah. So I learned, okay, she's not reliable, I am not giving her, and actually decided I'm not going to give her a second chance, yeah.
Because she'll keep frustrating
you. Yes, she'll keep frustrating me. So there are people who had shown interest from my first post, and they're like, I'd like to work with you. This is something I can do. So I said, okay, let me go to these people's DMs. They had DM'd me on Twitter and tell them I have work opportunity available. So I had 7 other clients now, by the way.
Really?
Yes, I had 7 other clients who are inquiring and they wanted services. Now remember, I'm doing classes from Monday to Friday, and I can't really be able to service all of them.
To find out, how are you balancing now?
Well,
the clients are increasing. Yes? Yeah. And now, remember, you're receiving the monies. Yeah. That's also a little bit of excitement. Yeah. Yes, you're planning for it, but you also are learning. I say, okay, fine, I need the gloves now. I need to have my own, cleaning, equipment and stuff like that. And then you have the guys now coming in, the different team members coming in. How were you managing?
Well, at the beginning, I was managing because I was doing only weekends, yeah. But now the clients came in who wanted Thursday, who wanted Tuesday, who wanted Monday. So I took up a team. Most of them were in university.
How many?
30. That was the biggest mistake of my life. Yeah, I took up 30 people because I didn't know how to say no to someone who really wants an opportunity. So I said, let me give them a chance. So I took up 30 people. I made them write application letters, attach, I think, a photocopy of their IDs and a passport photo, and they brought them to my hostel. It was exciting.
I know, that's why I say there's excitement, there's money coming in, you have all these dreams now.
Yeah. By the way, I did not have a business then by that point. I was working as the Twitter girl who cleans people's houses. Oh, I offer these services. These are my pictures working. I didn't have a name. Yeah, I did not have a name. Yeah, so I hired those 30 people, and I was posting them according to where they were staying. Some were staying, say, in somewhere like in Chambogo, so they were nearer to maybe people in Banda. Others were studying from Makerere University, so they were nearer to people in Chikoni. And then others were even doing weekend classes, and they were staying in Entebbe side, Zana. So when I'd get a client in Zana, I'd give them a person who is closest to them to like reduce their transport costs.
But even as they came onto your team, had you taken them, like oriented them?
No.
So literally,
I was taking a risk. Yeah, I was very lucky. Yeah, I was taking a risk and hoping that they do a good job. But also, I think the clients who are hiring us were hiring us not because they can't get another professional person. I think they were inspired by the fact that these are university students who really want to make some money. Let me call them and they clean my house. That is what I think. I really think they just wanted to support us. And I used to ask them, like, how did the person perform? And some would be given 10 out of 10, others would be given 4. And now I would see, okay, this person, this one is not their strength, this one is good at laundry, and this one is getting 10 out of 10 on every cleaning, so I can send them to more clients because they are good. Yes. So I had them rated by the clients, and yeah, so I kept the ones who had 7. I kept the ones who had 7 to 10. And unfortunately, I had to drop the ones of 4. Also, I could see their characters. There were some who are just too touchy with clients' things. They are sending, so maybe they would send videos to our group, yeah? Like they would send videos like, oh my God, this client has a beautiful home, and I'd be like, okay, this one is a red flag. This one has to go. And I'd tell them why I'm letting them go. Like, that's not how you treat clients' property. That's not what you do. There's some who, like, clients trust us with their keys. So some of them would leave us to clean over the week, and they're going to work, so we'd have to close the house and take the keys to them. And some people would even misplace the keys, and I would know, okay, this one is not a very careful person, and we cannot trust them with what?
So it was literally a journey.
It was a journey. It was a journey, and I'm glad that most of our clients understood that and they did not complain. I just replaced their person with a better person when they would have a bad experience.
Do you still maintain
the clients?
Those clients that you started with?
Some of them, and funny how most of them are actually friends now. Yes. Even those who don't like use our services anymore. They back you up. They're like, I've watched you come from this to that. Yes. Most of them have jobs, so they give me like advice from the experiences of their jobs. So most of them are friends. Others definitely moved on due to the price increase. Some of them by then could afford our services, and maybe now they don't. Also, some of our services are designed to be a one-off service. For example, post-construction cleaning. We're cleaning your house because you're moving in for the first time, and maybe you have living-in maids and you don't really need regular services. Yeah, so our services really are not weekend usage, So, but we do talk to most of them. We really do. And those who stopped, I followed up and asked them why. And most of them say because it was due to the price increase, it's really not in their budget anymore, which is okay. But yeah, we do still reach out to most of them.
I've noticed you use quite a lot of social media. Actually, from the beginning, it could have been an accident or something, and even the way you started off is interesting. It's laughable because you just posted something and just threw. It's like you just threw it there, and then it caught fire, right? But you have maintained the use of social media to actually push CJ Home Solutions, right?
Yes.
And that is the way to go. Have you received mentorship?
No, I haven't.
Because you're growing so
I, I have not received mentorship, though I talked to a lady that had a cleaning company by then. Fortunately or unfortunately, the advice she gave me was kind of for companies, the cleaning organizations that work for companies. So it really didn't resonate with what I am currently doing, but still it was good mentorship because she really told me a lot of things I needed to know, especially products, like products to use for what.
Let's get this straight. She was interested in mentoring companies and not
No,
an individual?
I approached her because I knew she had a cleaning company, and I wanted advice from her perspective of like, what do I do with this? How do I clean this? How do I deal with my staff members? Yeah, but now, because she was far ahead of me by like 5 years, she was giving me advice of how to clean, like let's say for Stanbic Bank, how to deal with consumables, how to deal with a team that works daily. She wasn't giving it to me from a perspective of this is how you deal with someone's home, this is how you deal with staff that are not full-time. But it was still hopeful because she told me what products to use for where, things like that.
Were you clear? Were you clear? Had she met her before? You may not know all those details, maybe. Were you clear in what you wanted from her?
No, because I did not know what I wanted at that point. I thought it would be easy to also penetrate her industry, and maybe I could do it. So I was letting her speak her mind. Yeah, I was letting her speak her mind because by then I really couldn't say, okay, this is exactly what I want. So she just gave me general advice from what she thought I really needed to know. Yes, so that's the mentorship I've received, really.
Have you searched out? Or you've been too busy making money?
Now, I have tried to reach out to some cleaning companies, big cleaning companies whose CEOs I feel can help. Most of them never reach out. Yes. Maybe they are too busy because I understand also me, sometimes I am like really overwhelmed. But I always try my level best to mentor people who want to start cleaning companies because I'm 100% sure I've talked to over 30 people. They give me calls, some come to my office, they talk to me. I tell them what they need.
You're very accessible, Joy. You're very accessible, and I know so many people have called you. So it's sad that you didn't get to have that, and something must be done. And women in business not only gets to know the stories, right? The journey, this amazing journey of how you started. Sometimes I think you sit down and laugh.
Yeah, I do.
But we also want to put in place the linkages. There must be linkages, not only for mentorship, but there must be linkages to enable a chain. So we're going to come back. We're going to take a very short break, and then we'll be right back and talk to Joy.